to Tech Showdown. My name is Kevin. This is my co-host Teddy, and in this fun video, we're just doing this totally out of the blue. Let's just get through this, guys. Is my first challenge video. So I asked you guys for challenges a while ago now, and finally getting around to doing some of the ones you guys asked me to do. So let's jump straight into it then. Alright, so the first one I was asked to do is a ghost pepper, the ghost pepper challenge. However, we don't have them in New Zealand for whatever reason. I asked at the supermarket and they said they don't stock them. And yeah, so I asked them what was the hottest thing they did have. You probably can't get the ghost peppers, but you probably have to go to a specific place. They said this was the hottest thing they had, so this big chili here, they reckon that was going to be pretty fantastic to try, so I thought we'd just go ahead and dive right in with one of these as the first challenge. Alright, should we just bite straight off the end? Yeah, come on. Very tasty. Oh boy. Yeah, that's a nice chili indeed. Yeah. Oh. So I handle spicy things pretty good. But this is pretty hot. Not as bad as I thought it would be, but yeah. Yeah, so that was definitely pretty hot. Probably not as bad as your ghost peppers would be, but yeah, probably wouldn't recommend just, you know, biting off a whole chili like that in the future. So somebody asked me to do a stand-up comedy routine with Teddy, and I've never done anything like this before, so I wasn't really sure what to do. But the best thing I can probably do is tell you a story about my past, because I do have a bit of a checkered past and I got some funny stories I could tell. So probably one of the funnier ones or more crazy ones I have was I used to have a Toyota Camry, and it was white, and a friend of mine had a Toyota Camry as well. He actually had quite a few. Anyways, one day we went out driving together because we had to go get something, or I can't remember. And so I was following him in my Camry and he was in his. Then we decided to pull off this main road where we were going and head down these back roads in a kind of semi-rural area. So that was quite cool. So we were turning around. At the same time, it started to just rain, like super heavy. Rain was coming down. Anyways, we get on these back roads, they're wide open, and we start sort of getting a bit crazy. When he gets hyped up, I get hyped up, you know, we're teenagers. Anyways, we start going really, really fast. Now we get to this straight road and we're really hauling down it. Probably doing about 160, 170 kilometers an hour down this random back road. And I had been on it a few times before, but I couldn't really remember it that well. And we were going along and I was like, he was in front of me and I was behind him. And it was also sort of going into nighttime, and the rain was just pouring down. And we're going along, and I was like, wow, I'm sure there's a corner up here somewhere. And I see him in front of me with his lights on, and then I see his tail lights come on for like 1 second, maybe like 3/4 of a second. And then the car just sort of like drop away from the road. And I was like, oh my god. And I realized we'd just come up to a corner that was quite tight, and we'd just gone way, way too fast. And I have a picture showing it. The corner sort of went down. There was like a ditch that got shallower as you got closer into the corner. So he just went straight off. He didn't really even attempt the corner where I had tried, but I obviously couldn't make it. So I just skimmed the outside of the ditch. So I tried to turn the corner, going way, way too fast. Could probably like brakes, maybe got it down to like 140, 130 kilometers an hour. And then I tried to take the corner, and I sort of skimmed the side of the ditch. Then I turn and look out my passenger window and I see my friend and his car, who went through the deepest part of the ditch, come flying out the other side, go flying. His car went flying up in the air. I call it the Dukes of Hazzard because it went up so high. It went higher than my roof line, like I actually couldn't see the car, like maybe just the bottoms of the wheels, the tires as it went up. And then it came crashing down nose first onto the ground and sort of bounced along like this, and then we both stopped. And that was just one of the most crazy things I've ever seen. It was just absolutely so crazy to see. It was ridiculous. He had his phone at the time was on the dashboard of his car, and he said it flew up in the air, hit him in the head, and then no, he had it in his passenger seat. It flew up, hit him in the head, then flew and hit the dashboard when it hit the ground, and his phone exploded into a million pieces because it was all in the inside of his car. So that was just a crazy story from my past. Just a taste of sort of what kind of stuff I used to get up to. Alright, so the next one was for me to do an unboxing in a public place. Unfortunately, I don't really have anything to unbox right now, and it's, raining quite a bit today and it's not very good. So I'll give that one a miss, although it was something I was thinking about doing anyway, so you guys might see it in the future. I'll just do a random unboxing. Maybe something like one of my phone reviews, as I'm starting to move the channel into doing quite a few of those as well, because that would be nice and small instead of bringing a big GPU. However, instead I thought I would do something else that would be quite entertaining, which is to read some mean comments or things that aren't very nice that are on my channel. Now, I don't really condone any of this and I don't like it, but people do leave that sort of thing every so often. First one we got here: why do you read off your screen? That means anybody can do what you do. Alright. So I read off the screen because my script's on the screen. I don't read off a product page or anything like that. I have what I think is really good templates, and I think I write really good scripts. So they're on my screen. I turn and look at them, and they're just usually a bullet point or something to remind me of something that I've already written about it or already been thinking about the product, just to kind of point me in the right direction. So I'm not reading word for word of a script. It's usually just what comes to mind. Now, if you think other tech channels, these people just memorize it, then wow. Because a lot of them will use teleprompters, which means they can look straight at the camera, or you might see them look down, or maybe slightly above, or maybe slightly to the sides like this, to read off their teleprompter. And you might also see them on some channels as well, sort of reach down and fiddle with something under a table or on their belt buckle or something, and that's to scroll their teleprompter down to the next thing. And those people are usually talking word for word, because you'll often see them, if they didn't write the script, read things out and then go, oh well, that's what's written on the script, but this is actually the right answer if they knew better, or something was written wrong on the script. So those people reading word for word off a teleprompter, whereas me personally, I just have sort of bullet points, and the rest of it is just general knowledge. Just kind of like that's why kind of like my channel's more like a vlog, because I'm just talking as I go along, and those points in that are just specific things I may forget, and to just point me in the right direction. Second one we got here: why do you never overclock the GPUs? That means the Showdowns are worthless. So, okay, there's a pretty good reason for this, and that is that the vast majority of the graphics cards that I review and do Showdowns with are borrowed from playtech.co.nz, the company that supports me the most. So they basically give me the cards to borrow, to do my testing, do the Showdowns, and then I have to give them back. So they don't really it's a borrowed card. It's, as I said, it's like if you borrowed your friend's car and then you're just maxing it out, revving it heaps and that, and going crazy. It's not really fair. So let's just be happy that I get to do all these Showdowns, and I put out a hell of a lot of GPU content when you compare my channel to a lot of channels, especially some of the big ones. Like, I'm just plowing through it. So that's really cool as well. But I will try in the future to try incorporate more overclocking into my showdowns if I'm allowed to. So it is something I am aware of, and let's hope that maybe I'm more free to do stuff like that in the future. Number 3, why is everything so expensive? It's way cheaper in my country. Okay, so New Zealand is miles away from everywhere else in the world, and so is Australia. So, you know, Kiwis and Aussies both sort of have this problem, and that makes it kind of expensive to bring the tech here. The other thing that makes it expensive is sort of like import taxes and stuff like that tend to drive up the cost, and also for Kiwis, the fact that everything has to go through Australia first, well, not everything, but the majority of tech stuff will go through Australia first and then come to New Zealand, so it's like another middleman that wants to take a cut also, and that really drives up the prices. I am well aware that it is much cheaper, especially in the United States, to buy pretty much every single product that I talk about, but it's just one of those facts of life. It's just something, you know, you gotta live with. It's not the retailer's fault a lot of times, it's just how it is here in New Zealand and also in Australia. Number 4, and this will be the last one. Why do you have a teddy if you're in your late 30s? Okay, so Teddy is, you know, a good guy to have around. I've explained this so many times why I keep Teddy on and why I say he's my co-host and stuff. For one, is to make the channel a little bit different, you know, from everybody else. The second one is that I've always wanted to make videos with my brother. He's overseas, so I can't make videos with him, but my brother gave me Teddy, so I keep Teddy on as my co-host, just kind of like somewhat doing videos like with my brother. So that's kind of one of the reasons why. It's not that I have Teddy and he's like on my bed and I carry him around with him or anything. He's just for the videos, guys, so don't think I'm like that or anything. And also, I'm not in my late 30s, by the way. I'm in my mid-20s, so yeah, that was pretty far off. I guess the beard makes me look a bit older, but I'm definitely not in my late 30s yet. Alrighty, so I think this is the last one we're doing. So I was asked to eat a lemon. Now I cut up 2 slices here because I hope they didn't mean the entire lemon. I just took it as eat, you know, a lemon. You know, it's meaning like part of a lemon. Eat lemon, basically. So I cut it up. This is a smaller cut here, but this just looks a little bit puny. So how about, eat with the skin on. How about we go for this a bigger one here and see. I don't think I've ever eaten a raw lemon before, so it's going to be a fun experience for everyone involved, I'm sure. Oh my word. Oh. Oh, it's delicious, you know. Oh, that is just fantastic. Very nice indeed. It's definitely an experience. I mean, that's what they say. Always go for the new experience. So that's quite nice. We're gonna finish this off. I think. Come on, I'm a New Zealander. Yeah, Kiwis. Once we start something, we finish it. Which was quite surprising. So, last little bit. So let's finish it off here then. Should be quite interesting. I'm not going to do that one again. Yeah. So, thank you. Sorry, I can't remember who asked for me to eat a lemon, but yeah. There you go. It was quite a decent slice there, so I hope that makes you happy. Oh. And I think that about rounds up this video. So thank you guys for all your challenges. Was very interesting and enlightening. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you would like me to do a challenge video part 2, let me know down in the comment section below, and maybe in a few months time I'll let you guys know and you can submit more requests for me to do. And I thank you all for watching this video, and as always I'll see you guys next time.